Hi guys, in today's video we're gonna see how to display an image on the browser. So how can we display images on the screen? So the first thing to do is to use the tag image, which is this one, IMG, okay? And so this tag is a self-closing tag, which means we're not gonna have one tag like this and another one like this. You see? I mean like this. You see, there is no such tag for images. For images, we have only one tag, which is gonna be closed with a backslash like this at the end. All right, and inside the image, we're gonna use what we call attributes. So attributes are some kind of tools that we use to complete the information that we want to have about the image. Like, let me show you how can we use them. So like we have here the image tag, and we can use the attribute src, which stands for source. For this attribute, we're gonna specify the source of the image, okay? And we're gonna write it. We're gonna put the source between these quotes, okay? So let's say that we want to display image of like a cat. All right, we're gonna go to Google and look for some cats images. Let's go here and let's type here cats, and let's click on images. So let's take, for example, let's choose a cat. This is an angry one. Yeah, well, let's grab this one. It's beautiful. Let's take this one, little baby cat. So to get the link of the picture, we're gonna right click on the image like this, and we're gonna click on this one, which means copy the address of the image like this, and we're gonna get back to our editor and then paste the address here like this. Okay, so normally like this we have created our image so we can display it on our browser. Let's save all this and go to Google to have a look at the results. Let's go back here and refresh. So here is our image. So it is too big. Okay, so we're gonna scroll down and scroll to the right to have our image, but we're gonna resize it, and we're gonna resize it using two other attributes, which are width of the image. Like for example, we're gonna put 300, and the height, we can put the width and the height, or only the width with quotes. I don't know why I have put the comma, but something like this is gonna be good. So let's see now. Okay, so here is our image. All right, or there is something else that we can do. We can only use the width without the height, because when we use the width, the height is automatically resized also. So we can go back to Google and see what we have, and here we are. But for the width and height properties, these are CSS properties and not HTML properties. So before HTML5, we could have used them inside the image tag with HTML, but for HTML5, I mean, this is just confusing. And if you add like CSS properties with HTML properties, it's gonna be just a mess. So what I would suggest is that just for the purpose of this video, we're gonna keep the width here to 300, okay, just so that we can see the image on the screen of the computer. But from now on, we're gonna use the width property in the CSS. All right. So what else can we add? We can add as attributes, we can add the alt attribute, which is alt attribute, and which stands for alternative. And what is the goal of this alt? So the goal is, in case if the image is not displayed on the screen, we're going to have an alternative text that are going to describe what the image is. Like this image is about a baby cat, and we're going to write here baby cat. Like, you know, sometimes the internet can get slower, or we can have problems with loading pages, and sometimes images just don't load very well. So whenever an image is not loaded well as it should be, we're gonna have this alternative text instead. Okay. And what else can we use as attributes also? We can use, like, for example, the title attribute, like title, and we can write this is a cat. And what does this title attribute do? Actually, what it does is that when you hover the image, you're gonna see the title. Let's have a look here on the browser. Let's refresh. So you see the pointer of my mouse is here. Okay, and now I'm gonna hover the image, and you see it displays the text that is this is a cat. So this is a text that describes the image, and it is also very useful. So this is the code for an image that is on a website, I mean that is not on our computer. Now, how can we display an image that is on our computer? Like, we have it in some folder and we want to display it. We don't want to use the link to the website that hosts the image, but we want to take the image and save it on our desktop, for example, and then after that display it. So let's take an image here. For example, let's take a random image. Let's take an image of some country, like, for example, let's say Italy. We're gonna look for Italy. Okay, so let's click here on images. And let's say that we want to save this image to our desktop. Save. Okay. HTML course. And then I'm going to name it Italy. Okay. All right. So now to display the image, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use the image tag and the attribute src, which means source, the source of our image. And we're going to put it between these quotes. And then we're going to use another attribute, which is alt. And we're going to say that this is Italy image. And we can use the title also to say Italy's beautiful landscape. Okay. And then we're going to close the tag. But in the src attribute, what are we going to put here? So what we're going to put here is the link to our image, which is saved here inside this folder. So we have it here. This is our image. All right. So we're gonna copy this, Italy, the name of our image, and put it here inside the quotes. However, we have to end the name of our image with the extension of our image. So the extension of the image, we have so many extensions. We have JPG, we have JPEG, which is JEPEG, I think. We have PNG, we have the GIF images. So to make sure of the extension that we have, we're gonna just right click on our image, and right to the bottom we're gonna click on properties, or you can just look at it here, you see. So this is the extension, or we can look at it here. You see, right click and go to properties, and here we have the format of our image. So it's JPG. So we're gonna go back to our editor and add the extension .jpg like this, and save. So, and like, we're gonna add the width, because if we don't, we're gonna have the image which gonna be displayed on all the screens, gonna be so big. So for the moment, and as I said before, for the sake of this video, we're gonna keep the width here in the image tag, and we're gonna go to the browser to see the results here. So you see, we have our image which is displayed. So for example, let's suppose that we have forgotten to make or to add this extension JPG, and we want to display our image here. Okay, so you see, we're not gonna have anything, but instead we're gonna have the alternative text that we have written in our editor. Okay, so this is all for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give us a thumb up, and don't forget to share the video.